What is up, guys? Sam from the Byeforever Family back with another CWL recap, and this time, Week 2 in Apex Division, ToXiC Rabbits up against Varhaiseläke, and as you can see, TR going down by 1 star in this one. So, moving to 0-2 on the season. Varhaiseläke, think they are 1-1, maybe 1-1 on the season. Either way, excellent job to the guys and girls over there. Familiar faces as they used to be a CWL Premier Clan. Always enjoyed facing them in VM. But let's take a look at what both sides did in this one. So, once again, no 12v12 attempts in this one. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the Town Hall 12s. Obviously, in a lot of these leagues, what you're seeing in these lower leagues particularly is the 10s going up and doubling the 12s. And that really frees up the 11s to ensure that they can dip and either go in for 11v11, but I'm not still sure if I want to show 10v12 hits or not as hit-ups. But, so yeah, no 12v12 action this week. 11v11, Varhaiseläke going 0 for 4 this week, so not picking up one. But where the war was won for them was the 10v10 game, 13 10v10s for them to go along with a perfect 5 for 5 hit rate at Town Hall 9. Their dips, they did go in perfect on their 12v11s and missing one 11v10. As far as the TR side, one 11v11, so 1 for 1 there, but the struggles happened at the Town Hall 10 games. So only seven 10v10s this week. Perfect on the dips, both the 12v11s and the 11v10s, but it just wasn't enough. Needed one more 10v10, and it was almost there. Let me tell you, it was almost there. Anki with the 99%. If that had gone in, I believe that was the victory for TR. And the Town Hall 9's getting it done early and quickly in this one as well. So let's jump in. Last week I started at the bottom. This week we'll start at the top. And we're going to see this 11v11 going in first, and it is going to be Joey. Joey going in with the G-Bow Witch hit here. So the line of Giants has gone down, the line of Witches in behind, and then the line of Bowlers behind still. So everything is going to move in now. Town Hall is just off screen. It's up there at 12 o'clock, so that's why that wrecker is taking that slightly interesting pathing here. But I really like these healers down on the 6-3 flank just because of that early bomb tower. Wanted to try to keep those things nice and healthy. Unfortunately, they did go to the Giants instead of the Bowlers and Witches that were there taking a pounding. But you can see no ADs down that side, so they're going to be very safe. And the kill squad is pushing through. Now, unfortunately, has already lost the 9-12 flank. So that would have been nice to continue to see work its way, but look at this core. It's getting absolutely gutted. The wall wrecker did pop, giving him a few more bowlers there in the core. And once that Inferno went down, this one is basically over. I mean, there is still quite a bit of splash damage. 3 wizard towers up, but really just not enough to stop what Joey has moving in here. And obviously still with that queen ability, just a couple of point defenses left over. And we will start to 2x through this one as the queen finally gets out. Yes, finally gets out. Some giant bombs going off, so well placed there. Unfortunately, just too many witches left up. And that is going to be enough to finish this one up. So very nice job to Joey. In fact, even able to swag that queen ability in this one. And yeah, so 1 for 1. But now let's move down. Let's check out some of those 10s. And it is going to be first off my man Wet Splash going in here with the queen charge. Ooh, pardon me. The queen charge into the miners in this one. And I like it with the early bowler funneling. Look at that skip. The queen charge here is going to walk from 3 down towards, I believe, 6 o'clock. And you can see he's making that funnel with the bowlers, or with the bowler, for where he wants to send those miners into. So checking for an outside Sam here. There is the siege machine. There is the king. Gonna narrow up this base maybe just a little bit, and there we go in with the miners. So yep, here they come, and we've got the Hound Loon coming out. Is he gonna poison that Loon? Yes, he is. Poisons it, heals up that group of miners that is working its way in, heals up the next group of miners, and still 2 rage spells. What I really like about this Queen walk is this walk honestly doesn't require any rages. You can see he's going to meet the enemy king here in just a second, but still has the Queen ability, so really going to be able to use 2 rage spells on the miners, which is just incredible, and in fact does. He gets it down, needs to put that Skelly or poison spell down on those ground skellies, as the miners are right around that wizard tower. That is not what you want to see, but elects to hold on to it for a bit longer. Just that bomb tower really to worry about in this one, and that is going to be it for Wet. Finishing this one up with just a beautiful hit, a very nice charge. Looks like the Queen does get onto the Hound, so it does have that poison spell for the pups. Miners almost go down there. So if there had been one giant bomb there in the core with that Inferno, might have been a different story, but Wet finishes it up. So excellent job to him, and we're gonna move down 2 spots and check out Amanda. Amanda doing some great things in the CWL. I believe she is 4 for 4 on the season. Now generally she is on fresh hit tier 1 duty, but I like this one because Amanda going in and taking on a max Town Hall 10 and keeping that hit rate intact. So again, we've got the Bow Witch moving in. We've got Giants on one side, a Golem on the opposite side. So a little bit interesting there. Not too many times do you see the Golem and the Giants being used as the tanking troops. But that Wall Wrecker is pushing in. Amanda is pushing in, and look at those boulders. Rerouting their way into the core, has a few on the outside here. Now they are getting tagged by that wizard tower. It needs to go down. It needs to please go down. There it goes, and that's going to help things out quite a bit. The core is looking absolutely gutted as always. Even with that Hound Loon CC, both Infernos are down. The Queen is still in there doing her thing. The bomb tower very nicely goes down to protect that flank. And yeah, this one got absolutely smashed. Absolutely smashed. I mean, look at that Queen, still with her ability as she hops her way into the back end of this one. No splash, just point defenses. Obviously not going to be able to keep up. I mean, how many? She's got 4 witches down the side there. She's got 3 witches up top. She's got 3 witches in the core. When you have that many witches, it's going to be GG at the very end of these things. Still with the Queen ability intact. In fact, not going to need it. So 2 Bow Witch attacks, no Queen ability necessary. So excellent job to Amanda. Keep up the great work, and yeah, keep smashing those bases. So we're gonna move down to number 18. It's gonna be Coach Dubs, and I believe it is another Bow Witch, but a little bit of a variation in this one. So instead of seeing that G Bow Witch or that G Go Bow Witch, we will be taking a look at the Queen walk into the Bow Witch. Or Queen walk into the G Bow Witch. So Dubs is going to be using the Queen walk to walk from 6 o'clock. Believe he wants her to go up towards 9, and that Tesla looks like it is going to pull her back. So here we go, having to burn that rage on the Queen walk. Not sure if that was a part of the plan, but look at this. Wall Wrecker and Kill Squad move in. Now he did look like he lost a few bowlers and another Hound Loon CC. So it looks like these guys are very partial to the Hound Loon CC. It really just does open up so many opportunities for other attack strategies, but unfortunately the witches are going to pop that either way. But the king was in the very core there. I think he got the enemy queen handled. Froze up the Inferno tower that would have caught the wrecker. And it finally does pop, gets those bowlers out. They're going to handle that Inferno, and look at all those witches still in the core. They're really they haven't really done too much in the raid thus far. They were tied up on the Hound for quite a while, but looks like they finally get here, and they spawn those little Larrys right in time to ensure that that Inferno tower is going to be tanked while the Queen works her way around the outside. So very nicely done there. Look at all those witches still up now. Still a bit of the base left over, but with the queen ability, with those 4 or 5 witches, this one is also smashed up. So an excellent job. We're going to 4x through the back end of this because, yeah, I have so many things to do today. So many things to do, and, you know, I'm starting off the day early with doing a couple of recaps, so... Yeah, so let's check out my man, just Anki now. You did see him just narrowly miss on one 10v10 this week, 99%. Very, very unfortunate. But he is moving in here on their 23 base, doing it with the big kill squad, so double golems in this one. He's going to invest, and he's going to expect quite a bit out of this. I like that cheeky goblin there to start with his funnel. So that was very, very nicely done. And here we go in with these 2 golems. So they are going to be taking a pounding very early. But he is going to funnel the entire 6-3 side here with wizards, with that baby drag, and going to push in with this wall wrecker and get massive value now. I believe this was a fresh hit. Obviously wouldn't have gone in with the queen knowing that it was a hound CC. But Anki says that you know, he's fine with it. Drops that rage, gets 3 expos on the opener, is going to handle the CC, and I believe with that king ability is also going to handle the enemy queen. So yeah, just massive work here from Anki, getting this one just absolutely smacked down. And here we come in with the hogs. The Valks that came out of the wrecker still doing a little bit of work here, helping to clear out a couple of defenses, but realistically, with 4 heal spells and really not too much of the base left over, this one was going to be smashed from the very beginning. You can see trickling those hogs in, trying to ensure that he keeps the bulk of them in the core where those heals can get maximum value. Gets the next one down, needs to trickle in a couple of hogs on the mortar, very smartly does. Waits for the hogs to get in range of that Inferno, is going to probably sprinkle in the last couple of hogs on that backside mortar, and yeah. Gets the poison down for the skellies even as well. And with 1 heal spell left and just 1 little section of the base, this one going to be smashed out. So Anki leaving no doubt on this hit that it was going to be a triple. And honestly, after the kill squad did its work, there was really no doubt. So an excellent job to him in that one. And we will look at one more attack before we call it a recap, because you guys know that Apex is the only place right now that I'm getting that. Alright, so we will look at this last Town Hall 9 attack, and then we will call it a recap. Now, like you guys know, Apex the only place where I am going to be able to really pull league content, Town Hall 9 hits this season, just because of the fact that, you know, where we are running. So gonna try to give them at least 1 highlight every week. Now I know most people don't like to watch the witches, so every once in a while I will do the witches, but we are seeing the witches be so much more prevalent at Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, not so much at Town Hall 12, I would say, and maybe there's been a few successful bow witch hits, but generally speaking, you know, base design is not that hard to stop bow witch at Town Hall 12, but we are moving in here with this Gobo Lalo. Already 2 ADs down. The queen is moving in. She is going to handle that hound. A little unfortunate, obviously, to be moving in on the hound, but what can you do? These Town Hall 9 hits, they got to be done fresh. So really no issues with it. I think was hoping to get a little bit more value here. Now the queen is going to step up. I believe she will pick up at least 1 of those wizard towers. And these troll Teslas throwing a little wrench in the things, but really not going to be too much of an issue here as the hound comes in. I believe there is a, yeah, there it is. There's the second hound. Second hound, and here we go in with all of these loons now. Needs to get them hasted up, moving them all in. Gets the first air defense, gets the second air defense, and with a rage and a haste, this one is going to be taken care of here. Still got the hound out in front tanking, trying to wait. Yeah, there it is. Now the Expo has the aggro of the hound, so that is even better for things. Somehow just barely missed the sweeper, but thankfully those puppies are on the sweeper, and drops the last loon for that one troll Tesla there in the very corner. Should get it. Nope. should get it now taken out. So gets the hound. It is unpopped, so that's a little unfortunate. But the cleanup was down very nicely, and that will finish us up for the week. So an excellent job there to the Nines, and as a team, the Nines doing good work. But that'll do it, guys. Unfortunate for TR moving to 0-2 on the season. We will see how they bounce back next week. I honestly don't know who the opponent is for next week. I should probably take a look. And let me see if we have a schedule or anything. I do not see one. So I don't know who next week's opponent is for the ToXiC Rabbits. But hopefully we are going to be able to bounce back and get this thing taken care of. I'm sure that everyone is working. They are working very hard to right the ship, work together, stay together as a team, because this is where things do get they do get a little bit tough when things are rough. But I am sure that they will be able to pick it up. And actually, next week they are coming up against another former Premier clan in Elite of Valor. So hopefully they will bounce back, and we'll see what happens. But that'll do it, guys, for this one. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Until next time, this is Sam. Peace out.